Hey you guys, so this is the how to plan your lesson segment. If you did not watch the video that was prior to this one that really just broke down things that you should keep in mind when you are approaching lessons, go ahead and hit that card above and it's going to take you there. Then you can come back to this one. But now we're going to be talking about how to plan lessons. So when planning your lessons, there was a couple of things that I made sure that I did to help it be a little bit easier for me. And that first thing that I did was I made a curriculum map. And basically what that curriculum map was just a full layout of the whole school year of the lessons that I had planned for them. And it was an easy glance. I was able to look at it and knew exactly what I was going to teach that week, or know exactly what I was going to teach a couple months down, from now. I was able to just see that whole layout. So that's going to be beneficial. Another thing that I made sure that I did was I counted how many times I needed to provide lessons or deliver lessons to my students. So when I started in January, I had to make sure that I had lessons from January all the way to May. And because I was teaching weekly, what I did was I counted up every week that I knew that the kids were going to be in school, and that let me know that that was how many lessons that I needed to do. It ended up being 16 weeks that I needed lessons for. And I do encourage for you to even get more lessons than that, because you never know when you might need a substitute to come and fill in for you. You have to leave school early, so you want to make sure that you have lessons that are set aside for those substitutes that might have to fill in for you. Another thing I want you guys to keep in mind when you are planning your lessons is just to see whether you're checking with your principal, or you have a school counselor supervisor that you can go to. Check with them to see if you have to use a specific template to put your lessons in, or if you even need a template at all. That is something that you want to talk to your principal about, because the last thing that you want to do is to do this lesson, put it up in the template of your choice, and it not being something that your school use or your school district use. So you want to make sure that you talk to your principal or your school council supervisor if you have one, or the district, whoever you need to talk to see what template do you need to use for your lesson plans. Now, there are some principals that don't even require for school counselors to even have to turn in a template. It just depends on your school and where you're at. And there's some school counselors that don't have to teach lessons at all, so they don't even have to worry about it. So, but just have that in mind if you are teaching lessons. The other thing I want you guys to keep in mind is when you are looking at lessons, you want to have in the back of your head the standards that you are needing to tie in with your lessons. So school counselors, is important for us to cover social, emotional needs, as well as academic and careers. Those are 3 areas. I think that's all the areas. If I didn't cover all of them, y'all, please forgive me. Put it down in the description below if I didn't cover all of them. But we have to make sure when we are delivering lessons and a part of our school counseling program that we have to provide lessons that is going to hit those areas. So go to your ASCA standards, your student standards, so that you can be able to tie those in with your lessons. It's just like regular teachers, how they have specific standards that they have to make sure that they are addressed when they are doing their lessons. It's the same thing for school counselors if you teach lessons. Now, a great place that I love to go to in order to gather all of my lesson plans is Teachers Pay Teachers. You guys, I love that website. In fact, I don't even know of any other website to go to besides Teachers Pay Teachers in order to get lessons. If you guys know any places, please put it down in the comments below. Let me know, because I don't know of any other places but Teachers Pay Teachers, but I absolutely love it. So right now I'm going to show you guys my curriculum map, as well as how to navigate through Teachers Pay Teachers in order to download lessons for your students. Okay, you guys, so I just wanted to show you guys this. So this is just a layout, a form that I created, and this is just like a lesson plan map that I writ out for myself, and this helped me stay on track. And this is also, of course, a part of planning. It is good for you to have a map that is already set out so that it's easy to just go to and you know exactly what you're going to be teaching. So this says right here month/week, so I listed the month and the week that I'm going to be teaching. So, and then on the side I have kindergarten, first grade, and second grade. How I did my lessons. I focused on a topic. Now at this time I did not have time to do a needs assessment. I just talked with the school counselor before, and she filled me in on the different things that they've done, and so I was able to get it that way because I started right in the middle. So with that being said, I decided to form my lessons based off of picking like a topic for the whole month and making lessons that will support that topic. So for instance, the month of January, I focused on goals, and I thought it was very fitting because obviously January 1st resolutions are set. So I thought it was very fitting to do it during that time. So we just focused more on goals. And the month of February, the topic was self-esteem, so I bought in lessons that will support that topic of self-esteem. Then you'll look at March, where I focus more on career and cooperation and teamwork. Because obviously when you're out in the real world, you are going to be working with other people, so I thought not only talking about careers, but let's also bring in cooperation and teamwork. And then the month of March into April, we're going to talk more about responsibility and healthiness, healthy choices and safe touches and so on. So as you guys can see, I used the Meet the School Counselor lesson, and I did the same lesson for kindergarten, first grade, and second grade. And so that lesson was able to work for all three of those grades. But when you go to the second week of January, you will see where I have the Goal and Growth 002 for kindergarten, Goal and Growth 002 for first grade, but for second grade I did Goal Setting 060. Those are still the same lessons talking about goals, but the approach is different. I did not want to, for the Goal and Growth 002, I knew that was going to probably be a little bit too babyish or maybe a lower level for the kids that were in second grade. So I had to engraft a whole nother lesson that will still talk about goals, but do it at a level where it will be beneficial for the second graders. But I also knew that the lesson for the kindergartens being 002 will also be fine to do with the first grade 002. So what am I trying to say? When you are planning a lesson, you can't do the same lesson across the board, but you might have to find a little bit more of an advanced or maybe a lesson that will fit for the younger ages, so that you can make sure that you are providing that lesson and it's something that they can comprehend. So that is something that you want to keep in mind. Hopefully I'm making sense, y'all. I'm trying to explain this the best way I can. So I want to show you guys another one as well. So this is actually a counseling curriculum map that I believe that I think it says it. This is the responsive counselor. This is her lesson map, and it looks like she even has the links in there so that you can click on it and it will take you to where you can purchase that particular lesson. So that's a good thing. And that's why I love it. And it took me right to Teachers Pay Teachers. And we're going to talk about that more later in the video. So just looking at her map, it looks like she taught maybe twice a month, and she serviced kindergartners through fourth grade. So for instance, in the month of August, it looks like she focused on like listening skills for kindergartners, and then the size of the problem for first graders and second graders, they had that same lesson. And then size of the problems plus self-referral that she gave to just the third graders. And then she has think before you speak for the fourth graders. So even as you look at hers, She has some where she has the same lesson that she gave to both, and then there are some where she had to kind of change that. So you kind of just have to have a feel for your students and kind of know what lessons are going to be more age appropriate for them, and if they can handle doing maybe a second grader doing a third grader lesson, then so be it. Give it to them. But if you feel like it's not going to work that way, then don't give it to them. So this is what hers look like. And I actually was able to download this free. And all of you guys that's out there, and you are looking at this and you're like, hey, this seems like something that I can be using, feel free. If this is a schedule that you kind of have like hers, like I said, it just looks like she teaches twice a month. So if this is a schedule that you think will be good for you, and that's kind of on the track that you're on, then so be it. Find her. She's the responsive counselor, and you can find this map there. So all you have to do is just, like I said, click on the link that she has, and she'll take you to where you can get the book and where you can do the lesson. Okay, you guys, so now we're on Teachers Pay Teachers, and you can just go to teacherspayteachers.com. And let me tell you guys, like I said before in videos before, I love Teacher Pay Teachers. Teacher Pay Teachers was like a saving grace for me. And so when you're looking at this, you can customize your search the way that you want to customize it. So for instance, I am in a primary setting. I'm a primary school counselor. So I need to focus on lessons for kindergarten, first grade, and second grade. Okay? And I'm just going to go ahead and add pre-K because we do have pre-K in there too. I just don't teach lessons to them, but I add them anyways. And then you want to scroll down to subjects, and you want to find specialty and look for school counseling. And there you go. Okay, so now that I put all that in, it has now generated everything that will be good pertaining to my grade levels. So from here, you can either find ultimate curriculum bundle, where you are actually given lessons that you can use for the whole school year, or you can find individual lessons and just build your school counseling program. So it depends on your approach. Now, what I done in January, and as I was planning before, is I actually found and I'm going to use Counselor Carrie. Counselor Carrie, the responsive school counselor, like I'm putting y'all on right now, okay? I love her lessons as well. So I'm just going to give it to you guys. I actually bought Counselor Carrie's lesson, this right here, that my mouse is hovering, that I chose. Now, that was $70. Yes, y'all, I paid $70 for that. And let me tell you guys, this was such a helpful lesson, you guys, and how she had everything just laid out. It was just so helpful for me. So in these lessons, so this is the Ultimate Classroom Bundle lesson. So it has over 105 total lessons, and this is servicing pre-K through 5th grade. Now, even though it has 4th and 5th grade, 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade in it, and I don't teach it, that's okay, because I was able to use the pre-K through 2nd grade lessons. And actually, I was also able to implement the 3rd grade for my 2nd graders too, if I felt like it was appropriate for their age. So you can buy the whole bundle here, or if you look down right here, you can download them separately. So it's absolutely up to you, because maybe you're saying, hey, I don't want the whole bundle, I just need a little bit of lessons from this. You can do that too. And so she has over 105 products. So what you do is you pay for that. It's going to download into your computer, and then you're able to get everything that it has in that bundle. And she lists down here like For instance, the pre-K kindergarten has like a circus theme. The kindergartners have gardening theme. The first graders have the superhero theme. So all the lessons that's going to be dealing with the first grade is going to be superhero theme. And I did the same exact lesson, and you guys, the students loved it. But right here it talks about the topics that you're going to be covering. So that was very important. And now if you're only teaching once a month, you might not need to buy a bundle. You might just need to buy a couple of lessons here and there. Or you might just need to ask the teachers, what is it that you feel like your class need? And you can cater to, what that teacher says that the students need. So that's one thing. So once you do that, I'm going to actually show you guys what it's going to look like. I hope you guys are bearing with me. Hopefully y'all have y'all's chips and candy and you're watching this and enjoying this. I hope. Y'all, I'm trying to give y'all as much information as I possibly can, because I know how it is when you just don't know what to do. All right. So when you download that, it's going to come in folders like this. First is for first grade, second for second grade, and so on. So if you click on that, it's going to show you all the lessons. This is the hero theme and all the lessons that you could do with those students. So for instance, if I click on this is going to be talking about emotions. So of course you have that. She gives you the lesson plan already written out, already have your Ask Us standards, all of those different things, the activity that you can do with them, the questions you can ask them, and you can print all this off. And I mean, everything is there. So I love that about that. So I just wanted to show you guys that. So I mean, it's a really good, very good benefit to get the bundles if you feel like you really need them. You can also, I'm going to do the responsive school counselor. Like I said, I love her. I really do love her. I met her for the first time at a TCA conference, and it was awesome. So she has a school counselor start, you guys. That's like a whole nother video right there. Like, this is a school counselor starter bundle. So you're going to have a lot of things that's going to help you with your school counseling program. So she has like school counseling curriculum maps. She has school counseling needs assessment. She has group counseling, edible documents. Like, Teachers Pay Teachers is where it's at. I promise y'all that. So you can go to her page and you're able to find, the different things that she has to offer on her page. So that is about it for the Teachers Pay Teachers. You guys just go in there, play around with the wordings, and like, let's just say you wanted a lesson on Thanksgiving. All right. Look, these are lessons that will pop up that will help you on Thanksgiving, to provide lessons on Thanksgiving. And also, if you get the curriculum bundles, sometimes they'll have that stuff already embedded in the lesson. Some of them do. So yeah, or let's just say you want to do one on bullying. Then you have all the bullying type of lessons that you can do. And you guys, make sure you pay attention. Like, for instance, this is not going to help me because I don't teach 5th, 6th, 7th, or 8th graders. So you want to make sure that your settings is on. Like right now, my settings are turned off for some reason. But you want to make sure that you have your age range so that you can, or your grade levels that you teach, so that you can have lessons that's going to pop up that's going to be pertaining to your kids. Okay, so so there we go. This is more pertaining to the students that I have. Okay, so that's the gist of that. We're going to get back on, we're going to get off of this right now. So I hope you guys were able to get an idea of how you can use a curriculum map as well as using Teachers Pay Teachers in order to get the lessons that you need. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully I covered everything. If there was anything that you felt like that I left out that you wanted to add, please put it down in the description below. And also I thank you guys so much for just taking out the time to watch this video. If you have not subscribed, make sure you subscribe, and also make sure you hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time that I upload a video. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time.